Hello everyone, my name is Heros, or also Heros5k. I am going to run Exodus from the Earth, which was Moist Critical's speedrun challenge of $10,000, 2 months ago. This game has been destroyed by hundreds of people and broken down, and I have to say it's a horrible game. It's so badly coded, but this makes it just a pretty good speedrun game. Alright, let's start. So this game probably has a lot of similarities to things like Half-Life in terms of strafes, etc. and b-hop. But you can't really b-hop with mouse wheel in this game, you have to use space. And we're gonna grab this chair real quick to push us up here. And the first thing we're going to do is we do a momentum preservation strat, which means we are going to this elevator here. I'll make a few saves. And we use the elevator going upwards in combination of the chair right here. And we store the momentum from the elevator and just convert it through the chair. So we can upclip here. So this game has many out-of-bounds sections and many situations where physics just don't wanna give you a chance to use it properly. Alright. So most of the game is just pretty much a lot of strafing and movement. And we are also going to have a fun car section where we drive with a pretty good car for a long time. And also cars in this game are pretty bad to maneuver. They can get stuck, they can just randomly flip over. Whatever the game likes to do with your run. Also, we are running on 60 FPS for most of the time. We're also switching to 120 FPS sometimes, because it gives us more speed while strafing in the air. And we also sometimes switch to 5 FPS to get frame perfect tricks. And now we're using this car to skip cutscenes. We're just moving the car a little bit further while leaving it, so we can enter it past, like when it's past the trigger already. There's also a skip called the corpse skip here, which saves you like 1 second. But I'm not gonna do it, it's not really worth it. It's pretty risky, just for 1 second. I'm not trying to skip a cutscene again, with leaving the car and pushing a little bit further. Next up is going to be, we call it the wormhole skip, which is basically, because in this game, literally everything between levels are transferred over, like between levels and also saves. Which means we are going to hit some checkpoint flags with our car in one save, and then use another save to teleport to a predestined destination. So there's the reload function at the car, which just teleports you back to the last checkpoint you were. And now we're just gonna drive a lot and hit certain flags or checkpoints. So the game says you've reached a checkpoint, and then you can reload again to teleport to the latest checkpoint. And this also saves us like 30 to 60 seconds. So for now, we're leaving the car, but no worries, we're getting it back later and do some other cool stuff. We're now going to do the dam skip, and we just do a little up clip with the car right here. Sometimes it doesn't really work, but I'm glad it worked first try. Sometimes the physics don't really like to push you up there. Now I did a bad save. I'm gonna try it again. So I'm just preparing the elevator skip, where we just try to down clip here. But we need this guy alive. Struggling a bit. Alright, we got it. Now we lower our frame rate to 5 to get a frame perfect land here to reduce our fall damage, like to totally cancel fall damage. Alright, got it. Also, you might have noticed that I'm crouching a lot, and this is just because when you just spam crouch, the enemies mostly miss everything, which is not always the case, but you dodge a lot of bullets and you survive much, much longer. And we're getting to another car section with another few cool threats. I was gonna shoot a little bit here, so these two guys run away, so I have free access to my car. So this was one of these totally random car turns, and this will probably happen much more often. So this is just going to be a pretty long driving section. If you have any donations, feel free to read them out right now. Alright, we're going to a new out of bounds section. We're gonna reload the car right here, because this one will truly flip over. We can just reset it. We're now driving up this hill, and we are lowering our FPS to 5 again, because the car also has less friction on the ground on lower FPS. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to do a gate skip, and we use momentum preservation again to store momentum from a save and just build it up over and over on a new save. so you can just flip over it, which also skips a lot of time. So most of the car sections, except for some strats, it's mostly just driving and trying to hit certain flag points. Alright, this is going to be the water skip. That's also going to be a huge out-of-bounds section. Normally this water would be like a kill player trigger, with and without being in the car. And we just let the car hit the water first, so we can just enter it again without dying. So we can go out of bounds. And there's also a certain flag point. Oh, I was driving a little bit too much to the right. So there's a flag we need to hit right here. And I'm gonna reload my car. That's way we can check if we hit it. And if you land on the street there where I just landed, this means you hit it. So you can just continue driving out of bounds. Even out of bounds you drive for a long time. If you're entering a level which is not properly loaded, you can just do one safe load and then it will just load and pop up. So we actually know where you're driving. Right, now we are preparing a save right before a reload. And now we're going to do the crane skip, which is just hitting another trigger, another flag point. Like this. And then we load back our reload save, and it just teleports us way, way further at the end of the level. Also, for the car, it's pretty important to play it at 60 FPS. Sometimes on 120, the car just randomly gets stuck anywhere. So it's always better safe to play at 60, even if you're just moving around. Like 120 FPS can literally get you stuck on every slope and every little object. So we're going to do another gate skip, where we flip over one of those red gates. And we use the momentum from the driving car we got at the autosave. Just like that. We're also going to have a few more of these momentum preservation strats. And also something which is pretty similar to it. Alright, I'm gonna start to explain what we are going to do in the next level, which is the Mars section. We're going to do something which is called angular momentum preservation, which means we are using the momentum of a box opening to launch us up through the air and go even more out of bounds. So right here we had to kill every enemy to proceed. Alright, so we got that detonation grenade right here. I'm just gonna throw it on the box to prevent it from opening. I think that'll make us safe. Oh. I need to redo it. In order for it to store momentum, you also need to stand on it and make a quick save. So we're going to detonate it and make a quick save right while doing it. And I messed it up because it didn't work on the very first try. Just like that. And we also lower our FPS again to cancel the fall damage. Sometimes you also use... we're doing 5 FPS and spamming jump to hit a frame perfect B-hop to also cancel fall damage. They actually could have been a way crazier strat with the angular momentum preservation strat, because there are even more boxes on this level, and one of these strats could even save me like about 2 minutes in this level. But it's just really, really difficult and so random, something you barely can control. Also, I think there's something that I didn't fix. So this game, in its initial release, has a memory leak, and quick saving and quick loading just get longer every time you do them. And I think it's already starting. Okay, this is going to be very difficult. We're going to have awful long loading times now. So we're trying to do some fall damage cancellation here. but it's pretty hard to control with these loading times. It might take even long after every attempt. To be honest, that's not looking very good. Alright, we're not getting any more difficult or like worse memory leak. Loading times right now probably are as worse as it can get. Let's just hope it's not bothering me too much. Alright, I'm going to do something now, which is the dirt skip. Okay, maybe I'm not sure if I want to attempt this. These loading times are kinda awful. Normally, what the dirt skip was, first you are going to get that keycard, and we would have transferred it over to a different level. Like it would have been like a keycard theft, so we just used the keycard from this level that we should have used in here, in a different level. But that's gonna be too risky now. It actually would have been not much of a deal when it would have been in-game time, because it would remove all loading times. But this is super bad in a marathon like this. Alright, so every time there's going to be a save or a load. It's gonna take a while, but it shouldn't get worse. Alright, I really hope that I can do the next skip, which is the mine skip. But this requires safe loading, which is pretty awful right now. Might have to do everything really slow right now. We're having a difficult situation right here. we're in big trouble right now. Oh god. So right now we are really far behind. I'm not even sure if I can finish the run. So if I'm able to do the next skip, I can try to continue. But it still should be possible. I just need a lot of attempts right now because of the long loading times. Alright, I'm trying to do this for 1 more minute. If not, I am afraid I cannot continue. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I cannot continue. It's the memory leak was in the initial release and there was a community update. I thought I've checked it beforehand and I didn't realize that I didn't patch it. I probably have to cancel it. Pretty sorry. I really thought I had installed everything correctly. But I also have a run tomorrow, which really is completely free of errors or anything like that. Alright, thank you anyways. I really tried showing you a good run, but sadly I couldn't. Anyway, that's it from me. So thank you for watching. And I hope my run tomorrow is going to be way better than this.
Alright, thank you very much, Heros, for that run. Coming up next, we have Love 3 by Zet. Take a quick stretch, take something to drink, or anything you want to do. You've got about a little bit more than 5 minutes, and we'll be right back with you with Love 3.